Hello there, welcome to the Football Block. My name is Brandon, and today we're going to look ahead at the quarterfinal matchups for the 2021 Copa America, and I'm going to go through each game and give my prediction. If that sounds interesting, let's hop right into it.
One step beyond.
So the 2021 Copa America group stage is finally over, and now we have the quarterfinal matchups. There's only 8 teams left in the tournament, and I'm going to give my predictions for each match and see who's going to go through and who's going to get eliminated, and I'm also going to give a specific scoreline prediction for each match as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. So as you can see on my screen here, we have each of the 4 quarterfinal matchups. First off, we start with Peru versus Paraguay. Now this might be a little gamble of a prediction, but I'm going to say this is going to be the most exciting out of all of the 4 quarterfinal matches. Now, I know we have Uruguay versus Colombia, I know we have Brazil versus Chile, but this one, in my opinion, is the most evenly matched and also the most unpredictable, as it can really go either way. Peru have been, as I said in my past video, the ultimate tournament team, whereas they don't play well all the times. They don't really have the best squad of players as they have in past tournaments, past Copa Americas, but they know how to win, they know how to grind out results, they know how to play smart, and that's how they got this far. Now, Paraguay are a team who are very much in the middle, in that they can one day be beating Chile, but then on the other day they could be down 1-0 to Bolivia for 60 minutes of the match. So I'm not really sure which version of Paraguay will show up in this match. Historically, or at least within the past decade or two, Paraguay have been a very defensive side, but they actually have a very strong lineup of attackers, and if it gets out of hand, I could see them blowing away Peru. But at the other hand, I could see Peru taking total control of the game, grabbing a goal, and them going through to the semifinals. So now, as for my prediction, Miguel Almiron has sustained an injury against Uruguay, and I think my whole prediction rests on Almiron. Now, if he plays, I think Paraguay will win 2-1. If he doesn't play, I'm going to say Peru win 2-1. So, as of right now, his injury did look pretty serious, and his injury did look pretty serious, so he most likely won't play. So I'm going to say Peru win 2-1. Now, Peru have faced Paraguay before. The last meeting off the top of my head was at the 2015 Copa America in the 3rd place match, which Peru won 2-0. But the teams were very different squads. Paulo Guerrero scored a brace. He obviously is not with the Peruvian national team this time around, as he just came back from a huge injury. Now on to Brazil versus Chile. Now this match is interesting as it is the previous 2 champions of the Copa America. We have the 2019 champions in Brazil and the 2016 and 2015 champions in Chile. But Chile, even though they're coming off 2 relatively recent victories at the Copa America, look far from that team that won the 2 consecutive cups. They have not been that well in this tournament. Their only win in this tournament is a 1-0 victory over Bolivia. Now, they have looked good at times. Like, they look good against the second half against Uruguay and a 20-minute period against Argentina. They look good, but you can't be relying on a small portion of your game where you play better than the other team to defeat a team like Brazil, a team that has just steamrolled all the opposition in this tournament pretty much, with the exception of the game against Colombia, but even still, they came out with a win. You know, obviously, Brazil are the host nation. They've been the best team in the tournament so far, just in terms of performance. I can't see anything other than a Brazil victory. Now, Chile could make it interesting if they score first, as we saw against Colombia. Brazil look a little flustered when they concede the first goal, as it goes against their game plan, which they play every single match the same exact way. But even still, if Chile score first, I think Brazil could easily come back from behind, and it would be even easier to do so against Chile than it was against Colombia. So I'm going to say Brazil win this match 3-0. I don't think it's going to be a contest. I think Neymar is going to have a great game. and Chile will just have no answer for how great Brazil are. Now, Brazil and Chile have played each other recently. Pretty famous matches, obviously. 2014 World Cup in Brazil, round of 16 match that went to penalties, and Brazil just narrowly beat Chile. Chile were arguably the better team for, I would say, the second half into extra time. Brazil lost to Chile in the 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Chile played great that match. They just came off their Copa America victory. But the return leg of that in 2017, Brazil wiped the floor with Chile and basically confirmed Chile would miss the 2018 World Cup. So they have a lot of history between the two. And on to the next match, we have Uruguay versus Colombia. Now, this match has the potential to be a very boring match, as Uruguay are known to be a defensive side. They're very strong defensively, and they know how to just slow down the game and just play it at their own pace. And Colombia, for all that attacking talent that they have just been flat, for lack of a better term, throughout this tournament. Their game against Ecuador in particular was one of the most boring games I've seen in a long time. It was very boring. So this match, I see this match going to 0-0, 0-0 draw, and going to go to penalties. And I think this one, it is close. I'm going to say Uruguay goes through on penalties. I think that they're just a little more clinical, especially when you look at the strikers that they have, probably better penalty takers. So I'm going to say Uruguay win this. Now, I think there is a chance for Colombia to win if Luis Diaz has a great game like he did against Brazil. But, you know, you can easily see Uruguay's defense just shutting down all of Colombia's attackers. Now, Uruguay and Colombia have played each other in previous matches. Most famously, probably the 2014 World Cup round of 16, where James Rodriguez scored a brace, including the goal of the tournament, that insane volley off the weak foot from outside the box. But James Rodriguez has not been called up pretty controversially by his national team. I think Colombia, if they had James, would be a much better team. He's the missing piece that they need, that they lack. But yeah, without him, it's a completely different team. And once you remove James from the picture, I think the advantage goes slightly to Uruguay. So that's why I'm going to say they go through, but only just. Now on to Argentina versus Ecuador. Now this match I think will be pretty straightforward, because Argentina have been pretty good this tour. Not great, but pretty good. And Ecuador have been lackluster. Not terrible, but lackluster. Argentina and Ecuador have met each other multiple times before. Argentina met Ecuador in the 2018 World Cup qualifiers, and Argentina lost to Ecuador at home back in 2015 for I believe it was the first time in history. So Ecuador are a dangerous team. You have to watch out for them, but it almost seems that they're stronger in the qualifiers than they are in Copa America, and they also aren't a team that seem very experienced or that can handle success. For example, the last time these two played each other in the 2018 Copa America and 2018 World Cup qualifiers, it was in Ecuador. Ecuador took the lead in like the 30 seconds in, and then Messi scored a hat trick and confirmed Argentina's spot in the 2018 World Cup. So I think something very similar like that could happen today. In fact, I'm going to say Argentina win this match 3-1, exactly like that match. I don't know if Messi's going to score a hat trick again, but I think that the score is pretty fair. I think Argentina are a better team than Ecuador. I do think Ecuador might get a goal back because their attack, even though they haven't really clicked this tournament, they do have a lot of talent, like a lot of exciting upcoming talent as well. So I do think they'll get a goal back, but it's going to be not enough to topple this Argentinian side. So just to recap, I'm going to say most likely Peru goes through, Brazil, Uruguay, and Argentina. I think they're going to be the semifinalists for the 2021 Copa America. So anyway, those are my predictions for the 2021 Copa America quarterfinals. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments below. And again, thank you very much for watching. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure to let me know. Make sure to follow us on social media as well. Follow our Instagram page. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Brandon. This has been the Summer Football Fest presented to you by the Football Bloc. Hope you guys have a nice rest of your night.